Hey, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to y'all. Keep pushing His truth throughout the four winds. All right. The Lord is an authority of this story. Okay. I mean, I say authority. It's like authority too. But the Lord is the author of this story. Okay. So everything that happens in this story, it was ordained of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to for it to play out that way. You know. So when the author writes a story, the characters, when it's made into a movie, they have a script. Okay, they have a script, and that's what we fall up under. We all have scripts. You know what I'm saying? This story was written out a certain way, and everybody's role is all scripted out a certain way. All right. This is Lamentations 3:37. It says, "Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass?" So who is somebody to say something that's going to come to pass when the Lord commanded it not? So you say what you say, but if the Lord didn't command that to be actually put into play, then it's basically null and void just because it wasn't set up that way. Okay? Who can make something and say something to the author of a story, or you may not like the way the story ends or the way the story is going, but it's nothing you can do about it because you're not the author of that story. All right? It says, out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good. So if something bad happens, the Lord ordained it. Okay? If something good happens, the Lord ordained it. And we know the Lord deals in balance. So it's not of us to basically try to change the narrative of the story because it's been authorized by the Creator. You know? So everything that happens, man, we got to just take it the way it comes, you know? This is Isaiah 45:7. It says, "I form the light and create darkness." That's a good and a bad. Okay? That's the right hand side and the left hand side. I make peace and create evil. All right? I, the Lord, do all these things. So everything is done by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, whether good or bad. So the story plays out the way it's supposed to because that's the way it was supposed to play out. You know what I'm saying? It was authorized that way. All right? Jump to verse 39, Lamentations 3:39. It says, "Wherefore doeth a living man complain?" Like, why are you complaining? It says, "A man for the punishment of his sins." So you gonna complain because you're punished for doing wickedly? Why would you complain? You done evil. That was what you sowed, so you reap the same. Okay? So how can you be mad about that? How can you complain? Okay? You were punished for what you done, just like we were punished for what we done. Plain and simple. This is Romans 9:19. It says, "Thou wilt say unto them then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault?" Okay, so everybody's role, you can't say, "Why do you find fault?" You made them that way. You know what I'm saying? For who hath resisted his will? So you can't say the Lord, when he does something, you know what I'm saying, who resisted the will of the Lord? You can't question the Lord. It says, "Nay, but oh man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High?" Like, who are you? Or who are we to reply against the Most High when he had something set up a certain way? Okay? "Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?" If somebody was created to be a murderer, there's nothing you can say about that. The Lord had that set up for a reason. It's obvious that somebody had to be dealt with because that's the way the Lord set it up. Okay? There's nothing no one can say about the way the Lord sets up his story. All right? It says, "Hath not the potter power over the clay?" Okay? it says, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another to dishonor. So the Lord can do what he wants. That's a question. Like, he don't have the power to make one vessel to honor and the other to dishonor? Yes, he does. Say, what if the Most High willing to show his wrath? So he was willing to show his wrath, but he was using the wicked vessel to do so. Okay? And it says, and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. So these vessels of wrath, they're going to be destroyed. But the Most High knew he needed them to prove his power. He chose the basis of men to prove his power and what he was capable of doing. Okay? But that's how the story goes. This is Lamentations 3:32. It says, but though he caused grief, yet will he have compassion according to the multitude of his mercies. So we know we went to slavery. We know all these atrocities were going to overtake us. But that's not the end of the story. Okay? That's not the end of the story, because the Lord is merciful. All right? Just like we got that wrath and all the things on the left-hand side, punishment and all that, he's going to basically turn it back around. But he needed Esau and wicked niggas for things to take place, to have all these things play out in the story. Nobody likes a boring story. And this is the Lord's story, you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to watch a boring movie. You turn it off. The Lord has it set up to where this story is going to get real interesting. Okay? We found out who we were. We found out who Esau was and all the other nations. We found out all the lies that was going on. Now the story is getting juicy. So you got war about to break off. You know what I'm saying? All the things going on with Iran. You know what I'm saying? So the story's getting real good now. All right? But it says, I called upon thy name, O Lord, out of the low dungeon. And that's what we're doing. We're in a low place right now. And we're calling upon Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Thou hast heard my voice. Hide not thine ear at my breathing. Okay? It says, at my cry. Thou drewest near in the day that I called upon thee. So it's going to become a time, which is now, sighing and crying happens, and prayer goes up to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and he's hearing us. Okay? And it says, thou drewest near in the day that I called upon thee. Thou saidest, fear not. O Lord, thou hast pleaded the causes of my soul. Thou hast redeemed my life. And that's what happens. That redeeming, that's that bringing back. Okay? That's that bringing back. So that bringing back, it's happening. Okay? It's happening. And when the elect is sealed, then all hell's going to break loose. Chaos, famine, destruction, a lot of death. All right? But this is the Lord's story, man. We can do nothing against the story. Okay? Once the author sets those words on paper and the draft is turned in and everything is made out the way it's supposed to be made out, to where it's ready for production, then what you have is the movie. It's like a arrow or a bullet. Once it's shot, you can't get it back. It can't be taken back. Okay? So, hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honor to the Apostle Nell's great millstone. Peace and blessing to Yah, pushing his truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.